Hello again everyone, this is Zombie Kids Rule, and I just want to make a quick video updating, showing some additional functionality that I added to the Eye of the Beholder character generation recreation that I did in RPG Maker MZ. I just want to do this quick update of the added mechanics before I make a tutorial of the entire recreation of how I did it. So the two things that I added, because I had not noticed them and missed them before, was the fact that in Eye of the Beholder, if you have a paladin in your party, none of your characters, none of your other party members can be evil. And if you have already created an evil character, then for alignment, then you can't make a paladin. And the other thing I missed was that paladins, I should have remembered this, but paladins have a minimum requirement of a 17 charisma, and I had not accounted for that when I recreated. So just to show you the functionality, I'm going to create a character here. I'm going to choose a human, because they're the only ones who could be paladins. I'm going to choose the paladin. We'll just randomly keep one, and I'll show you the charisma here. We could re-roll and wait to see if it becomes an 18. I tested it. I sat and re-rolled it enough to make sure that it randomly will hit 18. But instead, I'm going to show, we'll modify it, click charisma, you can go up, okay, that's the maximum, and you can go down, but that's the minimum. So paladins can't have less than a 17 charisma. So I added the feature where when you create a paladin, it will basically either be a 17 or an 18, and you can't modify it below 17. So we'll go ahead and keep that character. I'm not even going to change their name. So now we have a paladin. So when I go to create another character, doesn't matter who I pick, I'll just pick a dwarf female. And doesn't matter what I pick here, fighter, there's no evil alignments anymore. So go back here, cleric, no evil alignments. Thief, no evil alignment. So I'm just going to go ahead and pick lawful neutral. We'll just randomly pick dwarf female, sure. I already showed all the features about reroll modify, so we'll keep this character. And now I'm going to go ahead and delete this paladin. So paladin, I'm going to delete them. And when I go to create a new character, since there's no paladin in the party anymore, if I select another character and I select any of these, doesn't matter, I now have options for evil. Okay, I now have options for evil. And because this is a thief, this is I can't remember what I clicked, but one of the classes is a thief. They can't be lawful good. So I'll just, so let's see, I'm going to pick an evil, so neutral evil. Doesn't really matter. We'll just go ahead and keep. And then now I have an evil character in the party. So I'm going to try to create a paladin, and the paladin option is no longer available. So I can't create a paladin because there's an evil character. So we'll just create a character. Doesn't matter, right? I already showed all this functionality before. All right. So now I can, if I get rid of this evil character, so fighter, mage, thief, this was the evil character. If I get rid of them and I go back, I can now make a paladin again. Okay, so that's the added functionality that I did. Essentially, I made it where if you already have an evil aligned character in your party, you cannot create a paladin. And if you create a paladin, you can no longer choose evil as an alignment. And then I also added the minimum charisma of 17 for a paladin. So I think that is everything that was in the Eye of the Beholder character generation process. Actually the only other thing that I didn't do was, because I couldn't figure out what the pattern was. Eye of the Beholder, when you're creating characters, randomly has minimum values. So when I'm creating a character, when I created a character, I basically made it where when you modify, you can modify all the stats down to a 3, right? Because if you're rolling a 3 die 6, then the smallest you could have is a 3. Eye of the Beholder was kind of all over the place. I checked some of the classes and some of the attributes, and some of them could go really low. Some of them stopped at unexpected numbers. I have no idea what the developers for Eye of the Beholder used as parameters for minimal attributes. So I obviously didn't recreate that. So that's one of the things I did not do. All right, so that's it. I just wanted to show really quickly the new features that I ultimately added. I think it's done now, and the next thing I'm going to do is work on a tutorial for anybody who wants to learn how to do this themselves with essentially just events and a couple default plugins that come with RPG Maker MZ, or maybe they just want to see parts of it. Maybe there's just pieces of it that they want to know how to do and use, further experiment with or use on their games or whatever. So, all right, well, thank you very much, folks. I'm going to post this video as just a quick update, and then I'm going to start working on that tutorial. So, in the meantime, I hope everybody's having a great New Year's, great New Year's. We're in beginning of January. Happy gaming, happy game developing, and I'll talk to everybody later. All right, bye.